Hi, Oliver. This is chapter 13, Incredibles 2. In the Parr house, Bob looked dazed as he watched TV with Jack Jack. Suddenly, Dash burst in. "Hey, Dad," he said, holding up his math textbook. "We're doing fractions and decimals and percentages, and I don't get them." Bob rubbed his eyes. "Didn't we get all caught up?" "Yeah, we were caught up, but now we're doing fractions and percentages and decimals." "Decimals," Bob said. A news story flashed on the television, catching Bob's attention. A reporter announced, "Superheroes are back in the news again, so is their gear." The car collection of billionaire Victor Cachet grew a little bit more super today with the addition of the Incredible, the supercar once driven by superhero Mr. Incredible. "It's the kind of thing you buy when you have everything else," said a smug billionaire standing beside the gleaming Incredible. "They said it was beyond repair," said Bob, staring at the television. "And hey, it was in perfect condition," added the billionaire, tapping the hood of the amazing vehicle. "And you used to drive that?" asked Dash. "They said it was destroyed," said Bob, his anger growing by the second. Long thought lost or destroyed, the famous car turned up in a private auction," said the reporter. "They said it was—" "That's my car!" yelled Bob. Finally, releasing his fury, he bolted from the room. Splash! Bob fell into one of the hidden rivers in the floor of the house. Grumbling, he pulled himself out of the water and marched into the den. Soaking wet, he began rummaging through some boxes until he finally found what he was looking for, the remote control to the Incredible. Bob ran back to the television with Dash on his heels. The reporter turned to the Incredible's new owner. "This car just loaded with amazing gadgets. Care to demonstrate?" Victor Cachet smiled. "I'd love to, but we haven't figured out how to make them work yet." Bob pressed the remote button, and the Incredible roared to life. The reporter and Victor looked at the car, both stunned as it spun around and around. "Wow," said Dash. "It works?" Dash snatched the remote from Bob and pressed a button on the screen. People dove out of the way as the dual rocket launchers emerged from the car's grill. "What are you doing?" said Bob, retrieving the remote. He pressed another button and the rocket launchers retracted. "This is not a toy," yelled Bob. "That's a rocket launcher." "Sweet," said Dash, snatching back the remote. "Which one launches the rockets? Hey, this is not your car." "It's not your car either," said Dash, gesturing to the television. "It is so. It's the Incredible." "Well, why's that guy have it?" asked Dash. "Well, he shouldn't," Bob said, and he grabbed the remote back and pressed another button. The rocket launchers reappeared. Dash tried to grab the remote, but Bob kept it from him. "Launch the rockets," chanted Dash. "I'm not launching anything," said Bob. "Do you think I want an angry rich guy coming after me right now? Well, I'm not trying to distract your mother." Everyone on the news show was taking cover from the suddenly dangerous car. Bob grunted as he pressed the remote again, powering down the Incredible. "So, you're not going to blow up the rich guy's wall?" asked Dash. Bob sank into the sofa next to Jack Jack. "Ah-choo! Ah-choo!" Jack Jack sneezed and suddenly flew across the room and up the stairs with a jet of smoke coming out of his nose and mouth. Intangible as a ghost, he disappeared through the wall, leaving a smoldering ring of fire. "Ah!" Upstairs in her room, Violet screamed. Jack Jack sneezed again, and Violet appeared, running from Jack Jack, who was now a little red monster. "What the heck is that?" shrieked Violet. Jack Jack smiled, showing off his fangs. Then he transformed back into the normal baby self. "Jack Jack has powers?" asked Dash, completely shocked. "Well, yeah, but, Bob stammered as he nodded his head. "You knew about this?" asked Violet. She couldn't believe he hadn't told her. She asked him if he had told their mother. Bob put Jack Jack into his playpen and answered nervously, "Yeah, I don't know. No, your mother is not, because I didn't want, because it's not the time, because—" "Why not?" asked Violet, shocked. "Why would you not tell Mom?" Dash, finally processing the information, added, "We're your kids. We need to know these things. You'd want us to tell you, wouldn't you?" Then he quietly added, "Come on, man. So uncool." Violet still wanted him to answer her question. Why hadn't he told their mother? What? Why? Because I'm formulating, okay? Bob yelled. His intensity forced Violet and Dash to jump back. The kids watched as Bob exploded into a rant, venting all his feelings. I'm taking in information. I'm processing. I'm doing the math. I'm fixing the boyfriend. I'm keeping the baby from turning into a flaming monster. How do I do it? By rolling with the punches, baby. I eat thunder and crap lightning. Okay, because I'm Mr. Incredible, not Mr. So-so or Mr. Mediocre Guy, Mr. Incredible. There was a short moment of silence as Violet and Dash waited, so to be sure he was finished. They looked at each other, and Violet said, "We should call Lucius." "No," said Bob. "I can handle it. There's no way I'm gonna—" Bob screamed as Jack-Jack hiccuped and burst into flames. Then Jack-Jack sneezed, turned into a smoking ball of fire, and flew right up through the roof of the house. Bob let out a primal scream, "Ah!" as he ran outside and into the backyard. He screamed as he looked up, trying to get under the baby. He dove to catch him, and they both splashed down into the pool. Dash and Violet watched Bob emerge from the water, holding Jack-Jack, who was now back to his usual self, giggling and cooing. "I'm calling Lucius," said Violet. End of chapter 13. Next is chapter 14. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.